Yeah, I'm live actually. Yeah, hello and welcome to the Banter Blitz show for tonight. Let's get rolling with some games. I don't want to waste your time with referring to my code there for getting the premium membership, because I think there is a better one available at the moment for the Tata Steel event. So make sure to get the best possible promo code if you want to get the premium today or in the next couple of days. I think the Tata Steel thing is still running. At least that's what I saw. Anyway, let's get rolling. I played knight f3 against ChessExplained, and he's not going to reply, it seems. Not going to reply. Why not? You don't like my move? Okay, we can always challenge again. I don't want to wait a long time. There are many challenges, and yeah, why not? What about Antica or Antica? Antica probably is right. So let's go e4 then. It's also not going to reply. What's going on here? Is there some technical issue? It looks a bit odd. I also don't have that many viewers there. Yeah, maybe the view count is going up. It's really low at the moment. Yes, Taco Tactics, thanks for pointing it out. I am actually aware, and we informed the YouTube copyright police, so to say, but it seems to be something that does not, they don't react immediately, let's say. Okay, against Antica, I got the c4 line in exchange French, which leads to a very open position, and f6 looks odd. Maybe I can put some more pressure there. Yeah, exactly. Der Henker, I couldn't find you in Vike last Saturday. There was an idea that that I was going to Vike last Saturday for a Chessable event. It didn't work out. But you got the book. Okay. That's fine. I hope in Vike they have many copies of my book and they sell a couple. Okay, so King h8. Okay, so I have easy moves there. That's good. It's a wide open position, and you can just develop freely. I have a question, by the way. Speaking of Vike, I only I didn't even saw the game in detail. I saw that Magnus won after a very long after a very long string of draws. Were there any other decisive games or remarkable games that I might have missed? Also in the Challenger group. Anything remarkable that I should know? I Ding won a game. Okay, against Sam Shankland. Yeah, c5 is interesting. I could have taken on f5 the move before, and I'm still going to do that now because he's overloaded. Yeah, black has to reply, bishop takes f5, and then b7 is just hanging. And now it's difficult for him to keep the material. I think queen c8 at least, yeah, queen c8 I think was better. Jan had a nice advantage. Who's Jan? Nepomniachtchi or? Oh, knight c5. I'm not doing this all too great. Yeah, it's Jordan for raised, right? Not Jan. Oh, that was irritating me quite a bit. Okay, now I actually overlooked that after Queen e2 he has Rook e8. I mean, it's not such a big deal, but I have Bishop e3. Okay, cool. So what happened in the Challenger tournament? How did the German players do, Peetz and Vincent Keimer? Okay, yeah, just go back. They both drew. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's for both players, for both German players, draws are generally okay in this event. I mean, if they have a very good position, they should of course try to win, but like from the pure rating point of view, a draw is not terrible in any game. It's really a tough challenge. The Challenger tournament is a challenge. Really, this is a very appropriate name. Yeah, I just got too many good pieces there. The knights are fantastically strong here in the center, and just material-wise, I'm winning. Antica is in big trouble. Oh, okay. Then I'm just keeping all the pawns, all the material. Knight a4, c5 next looks very attractive. Let's use all pieces. Yeah, 95 maybe next. Tomorrow is probably a rest day, yeah, in Vike. Tomorrow I actually have the chance, or had time, to watch a bit, and then they have a rest day as usual. Okay, yeah, thanks for the game, Antica. Okay, well, that's a really complicated name. Chess Ceres is on there again. It didn't work out earlier. Let's try again. And now we get the game on the way. Oh, okay. Yeah, a Slav setup is always very solid for black. I'm going to probably go d4 soonish and transpose to a Catalan type of game. This knight fd2, it looks very odd, but it is a pretty good move. Aiming for a quick e4, and with the knight being on d2 now, there is lots of pressure on d5. Makes it very difficult here for black to yeah, to get developed at all. yeah, the whole theme of the Catalan is that the bishop on g2 is supposed to be better than the bishop on c8. If you can prove that, you're usually winning the opening duel, and I think we can safely say that this bishop on g2 is better than the bishop on c8. So I'm quite happy with the opening result. Okay, yeah, I wonder, I think I should go b4. Yeah, I only have a smaller tournament planned in the summer in Bavaria, but no bigger events. And as already discussed in the German language show, I'm not really much into the classical time control games anymore. I think they're too long and so on. But I think it's something that was discussed in earlier shows. So what to do here? Yeah, I have a slight weakness on d4. Just trying to prepare queen e2, rook d1. Wow, okay. I have no clue what this move is doing. Anyway, I wanted to go queen e2 and let's do it. Yeah, a tournament that I'm going to play is the Blitz tournament for the Bundesliga weekend, early March, but this is just a Blitz tournament, no classical time controls. Yeah, black has to do those smallish looking moves. Black has c5 here. Der Henker says c5. I don't believe that this is possible. Maybe a5, c5. I can't believe. Okay, so here, if I go b5, here he's going rook c8. No, I'm not really going for any grandmaster norms. That is not happening. I mean, I just don't practice and work on my own chess at all. So there's really no chance to get there. And as mentioned, I really don't like to play those long games. I mean, and this is necessary. I mean, there is no way to get a grandmaster title by playing rapid chess or something like that. It just doesn't exist. So it's very unlikely to happen. I mean, besides the fact that I lack the strength and would need to really work hard to get there, but I just don't want to play the tournaments. Yeah, so I'm slowly but surely winning some material here. let's push the pawns and use the 6th rank. Cannot take. Queen is x-rayed by the rook. Yeah, I really have some admiration for full-time chess coaches and writers that still are able to work on their own chess with some diligence. I don't see how that could happen for me. I just don't have the time. Or I mean, that's actually wrong. I would have the time, but it's something that I still still don't manage to do simply. If let's say I have a typical working day which has a couple of hours of chess, and then sitting down and, I don't know, study endgames or do tactics, I just cannot do it. I just cannot do it. I'm just happy that I know I can watch some stupid YouTube video or can play a video game or whatever, but and sitting down and study hard, no, I just don't have the drive to do it. Plus, in the things that I would need to study, I just don't like studying, so I would need some real, the determination to do it. I think my name is in the stream title, or you can hover above it. My name, I mean. So what's going on here? D5, or is he taking? It's a bit of an odd opening, but ultimately here user 1, 2, 3, 4 has gotten fairly decent position. I tried to be aggressive with that early f5, but that maybe wasn't even all that great. He's a bit eager to trade here, though. Yeah, I would definitely need to improve my knowledge of theoretical endings. This is definitely lacking. I would also need to work on calculation skills a lot. That is the most important thing. I keep making stupid calculation mistakes. And this is the biggest leak in my game. That is, I mean, you can improve that. I mean, it's one of the things in chess that is not so difficult to improve, in terms of you kind of easily know what to do, but the thing is you have to do it. It's kind of the simple. I mean, it's the insight what to do is easy. Yeah, it's not. You don't need a chess teacher for that. But you have to just get in the hours and do it. Yeah, video games. I really only play Skyrim. Yeah, it's just it's what I do. It's a bit silly, actually, because I know. I mean, I don't know everything. I mean, only even after hundreds of hours, only today or yesterday. No, it was yesterday, not today. I was coming across something, and I was thinking, I never really looked at that, and there must be some kind of quest involved. And then I looked it up today on YouTube, and somebody posted a brief walkthrough of this particular problem or this particular thing, let's say, and I really found out that I never did that in an earlier instance of my plays. It's quite funny. No, I only play Skyrim really. I played GTA 5 quite a bit on the PlayStation. Yeah, I have a couple of mods installed for Skyrim. I mean, nothing too fancy, admittedly. I mean, it's I have a couple of things, but nothing particularly fancy. Yeah, improvements for the user interface is kind of mandatory. And how can you play without it? Yeah? And G2 should collapse. I have a couple of armor mods. I cannot really tell you exactly what it is. Yeah. I don't have any mods installed, I think, that change the gameplay. It's mostly like user interface, some graphics, stuff like that. But I could probably look into that a little bit more. There are many interesting things. However, I have some limits there because I don't have a very GPU heavy computer. I only have a business notebook, which is totally fine for Skyrim. It's 7 years old, the game, but probably it wouldn't be able to handle very sophisticated graphical mods. Yeah, white is just collapsing on G2 here. Yeah, thanks for the game, user 1234. Here, just one little point. I think in this position, it's a mistake to trade queens. The thing is, I have reasonably active pieces, but the problem is that I have a potentially weak king. My king is on E8. And if he plays something like, let's say, queen to b3, I cannot castle short. And I probably have to try to castle long somewhere, like queen e7. Right? You can play maybe rook d1. Just try to play against my king. That is probably dangerous. After the queen trade, I think I'm okay. I'm not better, but I'm okay. Okay, so chess, Jedi Knight. Okay, let's do it. And now it's not playing. You're suggesting balancing mods. Yeah, maybe. I could look into that. I mean, it's yeah, I mean, I don't actually like to be challenged all that much if I play that game. I mean, I like to be challenged a little bit, but not like you're sitting there. I don't play on legendary difficulty, for example. I have something like average difficulty or so, because I just want some light entertainment. I'm trying different different character classes and things like that in this game, but it's not, I don't try to beat it on a very high difficulty or anything like that. Okay, so c6, I'm trying to get a bit of space on the queen side. Like bishop d7, rook fc8. Yeah, it looks fine. Miktal asked how many IMs there are worldwide. Oh, I have no clue. Is that 5 figures or still 4 figures? Yeah, probably above 10,000, but I have no clue how many. Or am I completely getting this wrong? How many IMs are there? I think, aren't there like 2,000 grandmasters? So I mean, it should be far more. Oh, we have 2,000 something GMs, so 10,000 IMs is not totally off, I think. Yeah, queen to d8 looks odd, but I want to go to b6. There are 3,700 IMs. Okay. Aren't there 2,000 GMs, or am I wrong? I think there were 2,000 GMs. Or is that way off? Interesting. 1,600 GMs. Okay, so like double the figure of IMs. Yeah, maybe. I think even just in Germany we have like 200 IMs. It's a really huge figure. Germany has a pretty wide the playing level, like not GM but slightly below. IM FIDE Master is very strong in Germany, or let's say there's a wide base of players of that level. Yeah, what I do now, b4 or taking, interesting. I'm going to push. Not sure about it, to be honest. He's got this nice knight down b5. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. No, I never played for f5, and you rarely do in these positions. It's not a King's Indian. Sometimes f5 is possible, but it's not. It wasn't really on, I think. His idea is knight d2 to c4. It's actually a big problem. I probably have to take here. Yeah, I was thinking he takes with the pawn. I was thinking he would take with the pawn. Okay. Taco Tactic says, could you play the Chigorin in one game? You mean like the Queen's Gambit Chigorin, or the Chigorin in the Ruy Lopez? Yeah, I know I got some pressure there. Yeah, there's a there is a question, no, there is some discussion, sorry, in the chat about yeah, positions on the FIDE rating list, the number of IMs, GMs, and so on. At one point it was quite funny. I had almost, I mean, my FIDE rating and my rating list position worldwide, I had almost the same figure. So I'm not sure what it was exactly, like it was 2,400 something, let's say, yeah, and I had exactly the same rank. It was or like two or three off. That was quite funny. So what are you doing there? Chess Jedi Knight exposing his king. Now he's frightened, and he should be. Yeah, I can try to play the Queen's Gambit Chigorin. I'm not sure how good an idea it is, but I can try. Yeah, I couldn't quite believe that this is working. Knight d3, or do I have something better even? No, it should be very nice. Threatening mate on f2, and the rook has yeah, but oops, sorry, there is rook c1. Is there anything better? Just checking. Taking, no, I'm not taking a draw. I can take here even, yeah, that is stronger. With mate next. Yeah, thanks for the game, Chess Jedi Knight. I think that was okay for a very long time, but it was a bad idea to get the king somewhere involved. That's, ooh, I don't know. That looks questionable. Okay, is there anybody on I haven't played yet, ever, let's say? Lee Mux played twice. It's not really anybody new. Paul Leonard Wagner I played, but I can do it. Why not? Let's roll. Let's play g6 pre-move. Well, that's fairly flexible stuff. You can still go into a King's Indian, and in fact quite often it is the best option. Like here, this is probably better than knight d7 or knight c6. King's Indian is at least yeah, a sound opening. It's a risky opening, but definitely more solid than g6 business. Or yeah, I mean, it's also g6, but like the modern defense is definitely less less sound in comparison. It's a bit odd. Bishop g5 and then bishop to d2. Yeah, I'm trying to get the counterplay in the center, and white is snatching this pawn. Okay. Or let's say he's trading and might be able to snatch the pawn. And of course I forgot to try to play the Chigorin. As discussed. But I'm not good with that. With requests, I tend to forget. Once I'm in the game and it just like has this natural flow, I play my move, then they wanted me to do this, and I mean, it's not a big deal to do it, but I simply forget it. Okay, so a good moment here to explain a strategic idea. I'm happy to trade off this bishop because it does not in any way relate to the weak d4 square, and this is where my playing ideas are. I want to get a knight to d4, for example. It also would be very nice to trade dark squared bishops to ultimately have a fantastic knight on d4 against a very questionable bishop. So that's what I'm trying. The knight should go to d4, and I would love to trade my g7 bishop. One idea to trade it is this one with h5, king h7, bishop h6. I want to try this first if I try to trade it. Knight c5 also made some sense. Okay, interesting. With h4 he's stopping, or he's threatening bishop g5 and stops this immediate idea. Okay, I'm absolutely, I would be delighted if he takes on f6. And it looks like he's this is exactly what he has planned. Then I'm very close to my strategic goal of get the knight to d4. Okay. I don't mind to grab a pawn. I mean, I don't give up anything. I can actually pick it up. Yeah, I mean. And now the knight is heading towards d4 or f4. Yeah, I agree. There's a bit of a chat in the chat discussion about visiting tournaments, and it is about the Taylor Steele event. I've never been there, which is a bit of a shame. It's not so far away from my place, but I've never been there. But in general, I think it's great to be yeah, in the press room or the analysis room and have all the players. Yeah, I mean, there are many strong, interesting people visiting those events, and it's usually good fun to hang around and yeah, see what happens. Yeah, I mean, I've been to 2 candidates tournaments, and it was a great experience. Okay, so here there's definitely, I can just take, of course, and keep my pawn. I can do whatever. h4. This move is kind of attractive. I think I'm going to do it. I mean, it's a bit of a show-off move, but it will irritate white for sure. Yeah, if he takes, there's knight f3, and I'm a piece up at the end. And yeah, I mean, as I said, it's irritating, and it worked. Yeah, now I'm winning the queen. Winterwolf, you just have to hover over my name on the Chess24 website, the name in blue, and then you can you should have a challenge button that you can click. Yeah, you definitely need good people there to analyze the games. I mean, in Vike, it shouldn't be a big deal because there are so many games. There should always be something interesting. I think it's often a problem if they have those tournaments, and actually, to be honest, I don't understand why this exists, but there are sometimes tournaments where they have like 6 players and they do a double round robin, and then there are 3 games, and this is often just dead boring. Yeah, you have sometimes like a quick draw or something in one game, and then The other games are, I know, Berlin Wall and and an exchange laugh, and everybody is like, oh, yeah. And in Vike you have many games, so it's there should always be something to talk about. Okay, so 97. This is, by the way, also why I do understand why people like sorry, like the match play format, for the World Championship match. It's there's always this this confrontation, yeah, two people. It's a bit like boxing. Yeah? I do understand why this is attractive in a way, but from a purely chess point of view, like chess content, I think tournaments where there are more games are more exciting to watch. Like in the World Championship match, sometimes you see the first 10 moves and you know, okay, they will make a draw. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of time. It lasts, but it is just dead boring. It's a draw. Everybody knows it, and yeah, you sometimes see the commentator struggling to make it interesting. Yeah, to have something to talk about. Sometimes it gets interesting like 6 hours later, but sometimes it's just nothing happens. And in those cases, it's always cool to have more games. Yeah, you have the odd snoozer game, yeah, where everybody is kind of, ugh, what is that? Yeah, but you also have some interesting games, and yeah. Yeah, I do understand. I mean, I'm not arguing against match play format. It's just like from a purely spectator point of view, yeah, you're out there to watch chess games. It's not so interesting sometimes. Yeah, you see you see what they play, what opening they play, and you kind of know nothing is going to happen. And this is again not happening in Tata Steel. There are just so many games and interesting things to watch. Okay. I also like the format of those very strong opens. Yeah, they recently announced that they have some big Swiss event to get a spot for the candidates. I think this is an interesting thing. I mean, it's nothing particularly new. I mean, we had the interzonals in they were round robins back in the day, and then that was changed to Swiss system tournaments in the 19s. Yeah. Yeah. Now he trapped his own queen basically. There were those big interzonals, Manila, Biel, 1993, and so on, and that's interesting. He saved the queen, but yeah, being a knight down is no fun. And that's the queen after all. Yeah, thanks for the game. Forestry. I think I'm unbeaten today. It was a bit lucky, but is somebody going to beat me in the final 13 minutes? We'll see what happens here. I just have to click accept, right? Yeah, that was odd. Yeah, I think visiting a huge tournament can be quite very nice. Yeah, you meet lots of people. And I mean, when I was at the candidates in London as a spectator, the funny thing was that I was actually I was watching, I think, 3 rounds live, and I've been to the tournament hall for 5 minutes maybe, just to see how it looks like, and the rest of the time I've been to the commentary room, and that was really, really entertaining. You get the live commentary by strong players. In my case, or in the case of the tournament, it was Nigel Short and Lawrence Trent, which was very nice. And it was very entertaining. Great spectators. They had lots of interesting suggestions and so on. That's really nice. You often get interesting. You've got book sales going on and so on. Many things that you can do, and you meet also. Sometimes it's just like meeting people you haven't met for a long time. That's also funny. For example, when I was going to Berlin, I met a grandmaster that I knew that I hadn't seen for quite a while. That was quite nice to see him again. He made interesting suggestions to our commentary at the time. Yeah, I think here I have a nice position out of the knight off. Black did not prevent me from playing g4, and this is generally quite desirable if I can get it in. Here black has some problems with space. What I'm doing now is not the only way to do it. I could also just keep the space advantage and grind, but even getting more space on that side of the board is probably a good thing. Ah yeah, that's a cool remark here in the chat, that here one of our participants in the chat has been to the St. Louis Chess Club and Scholastic Center. That's a really cool place to visit, I guess. That's certainly something that I would like to visit as well. It's such a great institution. What they have accomplished there is just great, and would be a great, I guess, to visit. I want to visit the US anyway, and this is definitely on my list. Not in the near future though. It's not something that's going to happen quickly. Maybe next year. Okay, so I'm going to try to play for the d5 square. I would like to, in general, I would like to get knight on d5 against the bishop on e7, but it's not so easy to do. Sorry, I'm stupid. I can actually do that, of course. I wasn't aware that it is a big tempo, and e7 is was hanging, so he had to go back. Yeah. Now I'm happy with my position. Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, there's some discussion in the chat about the St. Louis Chess Club and their chess commentary team. I do agree. I also sometimes, yeah, I'm not sure what the right word is there, if disagree is the right word, but I sometimes think, let's say, I would handle the commentary differently, or something like that. I'm not sure what the right way to tell it is, but they definitely seem like cool people. I mean, generally speaking, I like what they do. There are certain aspects that I sometimes dislike, but it's rare. But yeah, they definitely do an excellent job of promoting chess, and that is what it counts. Even if you sometimes think, okay, it could be differently. Yeah, I have a check here. That was a big point. Yeah, I don't mind that they have a bit of a chit chat here and there and are not always just focusing on the positions. I think this is also due to the longer time control game, simply. I mean, they just have to wait for moves often, in particular if there are not so many games. You know, if they have like 2 games to look at, it's difficult, yeah, to talk about. If there's just one game and it's dead boring, what are you doing? Yeah, always better to have more games. Okay, thanks for the game, Winter Wolf. Okay, I think one more game here against Real Patzer I can play. What I think of the commentary, I generally think it's really very okay, but I have one or two points. I sometimes dislike the way Ashley is handling his computer lines. I think this is a very common criticism, and I agree. I think sometimes he's not really painting a realistic picture, let's say, about what's going on. Or there is this famous interview where he criticized Magnus for a 3000 rating performance. This is just ridiculous and wrong, and I wonder what that is. Yeah, if he's just out for, I don't know, confrontation to make it interesting, or I don't know. I just don't quite understand why he's doing it like that. I just refuse to believe that he doesn't understand what he's doing. I mean, he cannot be that. I mean, he's a decent grandmaster, so he should. Yeah, and I don't really think it makes sense to. How he handled this interview with Magnus, for example. I mean, anyway, this is sometimes what I don't like so much. And from a purely chess point of view, they sometimes have this situation. It depends on who's doing it, that they actually have nobody around who knows some opening theory. I know it sounds harsh, but it's sometimes just what it is. If they have, Jennifer, Yasser, Saravan, and Maurice Ashley, there are 3 people who don't know openings. I mean, Yasser is a great player, but he has no opening knowledge of current openings. And I sometimes wonder about certain things, like why do they play this line, that line, and is that a novelty and whatnot. And if there are those three guys cannot help me there, simply. And this is not the case, of course, with Swidler and Gustafsson. Yeah, they are both excellent theoreticians, and this is just for me, let's say, because I'm an opening geek myself, and I sometimes just have to cringe when they say something about openings and they have no clue, simply. I mean, so some things are just wrong, that's what they say, which is not so important for the typical viewer, but is kind of sometimes annoying for me. Yeah? But I understand that this is not exactly what Easy Rider is saying. Yeah? They make a show for a wider audience, so this is generally fine. It's just like, for me personally, it's sometimes an issue. Okay, this should cost This should give me some material here. Yeah, that was the queen. But there was at least a piece that was lost, because I had d3 with an intermediate check. So I have an unbeaten record for today, but there is a high rated challenge. I think I'm going to do that. No draw for me. Can we have a rematch? I lost one last week or something. Let's play. This is a strong opponent, and I might just play a little bit, some extra minutes. Yeah, I mean, for me, of course, yeah, Jan and Peter is the ultimate chess commentary. I mean, but I sometimes wonder how lower rated spectators view it. Is it too quick maybe sometimes? I don't know. I mean, I can follow what they're saying, but I sometimes wonder. I mean, the majority of players who watch are probably maybe 1500 or 1600 or something like that, and I think for them it can be a tricky business, because I mean, they are deep sometimes. Deep and fast, let's say. Okay, so here we have yeah, it looks a bit like a reversed Benoni-Benko type of position. And it's really a bit of an issue. Black has not yet regained the pawn, and that could be a problem. Knight takes c5 now, for example, would run into a pretty awkward pin. Yeah, many things. I can go queen a4, knight e4. I think I go queen a4. Really? Why is that possible? What's the trick? I'm just winning a piece, right? At b6, he's giving me c6. And I don't think he can trap my queen. Would be weird. I've got many squares. In particular, I have bishop takes c5 next. Yeah, and no draw for me. Resigns, and indeed he got no draw. Yeah, it was a rather quick game, but yeah, I think it's a good end of the show, a good stop there time-wise. It was a 3-hour session where I didn't lose a game. It was fun, and it's my highest rating yet. Probably next week it will be hammered down again. Anyway, let's stop the show. I hope you enjoyed it. No, it's actually too early, right? It's just 1 hour. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I take everything back. I'm still on my old schedule. Sorry, guys. I still have half an hour. Sorry. I started so many shows 30 minutes earlier, and 10 was always the finishing time. And of course not. Still half an hour to go. I'm sorry. So, Karpov 15 is my opponent, and it's a new opponent. let's get rolling. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm starting at 7:30 now. Now I'm not going to miss much, I guess. Like they, or let's say, phrase it differently, there's nothing great to do. So let's do the show. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get counterplay against the center. The key point here often is the bishop on a7. If this piece is active, yeah, it exerts pressure on the center, or white plays d5, then black is fine. And if not, I'm not fine. Okay. So let's grab material. He can take a b7, but I think I should get good piece play there. Okay. I thought he would take it. I mean, come on. There was no direct problem with it, I think. No, I don't think so. I don't have any Twitch streams, Twitch stream ambitions at the moment. It just doesn't fit my schedule all that well. I'm focused on writing, and I have some ideas, but more with YouTube than with Twitch. But yeah, it's really not. I'm silly. Allowing c5 here. That's extremely stupid. What a bad idea. b5 is just terrible. I mean, like, completely damn stupid. Ugh. That was really bad. b5 was a bad move. I was really happy that I can return the pawn. And I'm still in trouble. Wow. It's got knight takes b5 and knight d5 coming. My queen has no good squares. Remarkable. Just bad. Yeah, white did a good job here. I mean, he was basically blundering a full pawn for not much, but he did a good job here with b4, and then they're going for c5. That's really bad now. Oops, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not lost or anything, but I thoroughly dislike what I did here. Okay. And maybe knight d4 is a move now. Yeah, I think that could help me solving my problems. Yeah, knight on d4 is strong, and it kind of it plugs the whole center, so there's nothing bad happening anymore. I still don't have any advantage, or well, he just plays for a draw here. Oh, wow. He has a simple idea. He wants to put the knight onto d5, and then it's 2c7, something like that. Wow. And now he's activating my king. Not sure why that was necessary. Okay, I'm trying to go to knight to c2, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's still just very drawish. Can I do? Yeah, probably not. I have to be a bit careful with time. I mean, he doesn't have a time advantage. It's just like I sometimes forget the time situation because I still try to find good moves, and then all of a sudden, oops, time. Well, I can actually win before. Yeah, he had bishop f5. Ah, why did I do that? Oh, he's got king g5 now. Knight is nicely placed. King cannot approach. Wow, that was really tough. Very good game by Karpov 15. Tough defense, and for some parts not just defense. Yeah, tough. Okay, so is anybody on? Maybe here, Systemfehler. Let's play Systemfehler. Didn't play him in the German show. Yeah, let's go d4, mix it up. Yeah, it was a very tough game, definitely. I mean, I still feel bad about going with this stupid b5 move that allowed c5 to happen. h6 is a bit of an esoteric choice. Oh, you have a problem here, Systemfehler. Your c6 pawn is hanging. And that's not the end of it. The rook on a8. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, that's not too early. I mean, I think he's losing the full rook here. A full rook on a8. Wow. Okay, thanks for the game. Systemfehler. Is there? Probably not, yeah. Conta I was thinking about 2,900, yeah. I'm getting close to that. Getting close to it. Yeah, interesting question there. Who did that? Yeah, there's the question. Taco Tactics asked, any chance of bringing back kibitzing videos or Chess Titans? Chess Titans was a small series that I did on my YouTube channel. There is, I mean, what you're basically asking, is there any thing planned on the channel that is something else than occasional Blitz videos? And the answer to that is quite complicated. It's just, I have problems finding time to produce more sophisticated content. I'm thinking about that, if I should do it or how to do it. But that would simply, I would need to make some decisions there that are not easy to make, simply because you have to free up the time, and you have to, honestly, to produce those higher level content. It's just a time burner, and you simply need to be able to afford it in a way, like really financially, that you can invest the time. Because it's not something that would pay any bill, let's say, and therefore it's not such an easy decision to make. f4 is interesting. There are many possible ideas how to do it. Yeah, you can do stuff like Patreon. You can, I don't know. I have to think about that. It's something that I do think about. It's not like I'm just saying something there to answer the question. I was really thinking about what to do with the YouTube channel, what kind of content to do there. I don't have that many views. I mean, compared to the potential quality that I could produce, let's say, it would be better than many other channels that have really good views. But it takes a lot of time and effort to produce, and that has to kind of work for me. Yeah, I wondered if he could have done that even the move before. It's definitely interesting, but he has a problem there with the e-pawn. This is why I thought he had given up on the idea of f5. I don't see how he keeps the e-pawn. Maybe queen g4, huh? Queen g4, I cannot take it because of knight h6. Yeah. Good move. Knight e5 is made on g7. Yeah, well, that's well played, and that probably puts my decision into question. The whole strategy, I mean. Now he's in time to play rook e1. No? That's the thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot play knight e7 still. Okay, now I can play it in order to trade. Knight h6, queen h6. I needed to go to e6 to have h6 covered. Okay, I'm definitely happy about the queen trade. That completely solves my problems. Yeah, the suggestions that you have there, Maya check, that is the right way to pronounce this, I think are quite reasonable. Okay, bishop e7, h6. If I go here, right? Rook g4 and then f5. Isn't that winning material? Yeah, that wins the exchange. Wins the exchange. Okay. Now I get rook f5, and I think he should have played rook f4 first. Yeah, it's a fairly easy win, I believe. I get a double attack now here, and I'm just picking up lots of pawns. Yeah, thanks for the game, Cont I Yellow. I was in trouble there. I'm fairly certain that this was problematic. Okay, is there anybody on? Carlos 777 is a new opponent. Let's go, Carlos. Yeah, I've put all the work into the Petrov, so I might as well play it, yeah. It's really a bit of a invested time. You want to get something out of it. So yeah, this line I really had good results with. People yeah, just don't know it, it seems. Yeah, Taco, there is something going on there, something similar at least. It's a bit mysterious, yeah, if you watch the video, the recording, let's say, of the show, but let's leave it like that. Oh wow, White is just trying to trade everything. You should be ashamed. I've had games where the h4 bishop was simply won, because it's sometimes not so easy to spot that there is this long attack on the fourth rank. He should just play bishop g3, I guess. Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, bishop d6, but it's a bit... yeah, it's a bit lame. It's probably not bad. Yeah. Yeah, White is playing this fine. As mentioned, was a bit eager to trade stuff, but White is definitely in an okay shape. Yeah, that's how you do it. And then knight a4 and so on and so forth. It's difficult for me to avoid this. It's not the most natural move here, but I try to set some problems at least, putting some pressure on the knight. And maybe I can just go d4 and win c2. Yeah, well, that's kind of, I have to. No other square that makes any sense. But the queen is quite fine on the light square. Should not be easy to attack it. And I might get some pressure against... Yeah, I was thinking about this. Maybe he can do that. c2, or it can do this. Yeah, let's go a5 and try to improve the pawn structure a little bit. He can go here and go to a7, and I'm still threatening c2 and b4 for that matter. Yeah, very well played here by Carlos. Okay. Wow. Yeah, why not? Why not? think he will take there, and then I was thinking knight d5 at the end. I'm still not better. I have some things are in my favor. I mean, I have h6 in, so there's no back rank weakness, and it's a bit easier for me, I think, currently to attack his pawns than he. It's a bit more difficult for him to do the same. Is what I'm trying to say. Still, I would be surprised if this isn't totally fine for white. So let's go knight d5 and attack. Maybe I'll get some ending a pawn up. Would be. Yeah, I just spotted this. Yeah, definitely. Trying to play rook a2 next. Okay, I won a pawn. That was very helpful. Yeah, thanks for the game, Carlos 777. A very nice game, really, by Carlos. Very well played up to the very end. I'm happy to play one more bullet game. Ah, there is one. Gamer TV was anticipating my thoughts. Let's go for one really quick bullet game. Knight d7, not the best idea probably. Yeah, I'm fine though. Oh, he's giving me stuff. Give me stuff. Come on. He's giving me too much stuff. Really? And I'm not going to allow the mate. And it's made. Yeah, thanks for the Gamer TV. Yeah, I managed to go through this 3 hours undefeated. That is rare. It's really rare. I tend to lose the odd game, but that didn't happen. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed our show here, and I'll be back next week at the same time. This time it's for real, yeah. I've managed to read the clock correctly. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back next week, the same time, I guess. Hope you all be there again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.